Good morning. Good morning. All right. So today I'm getting a late start, but I am seeing INDO up doing its thing, moving with oil. I watch INDO all the time. Every time oil gets ready to move, INDO starts to arise. Good morning, Donnell. So let me see. So we got Tesla has is over 200. INDO is our next mover. AI Poly down 31%. Is that the one that was moving up on Friday that we avoided? I think it was. Poly INDO. What is KC? And let's see what kind of news is on these. So let's start with Oxy. Oxy is another oil stock. Me and Rooster been talking about Oxy for a while. It's now going up. KC Pharmaceuticals, no real news there. CCL. We got looks like an IPO. Shares of IPO, and it looks like is it halted or is it getting trades? No, it's getting trades. SFWL. And then NIO SOUN was moving on Friday. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop over here Street Smart Edge. INDO. That's my baby right there. Oh man. Hit a high of 687. Had been kind of going down, down, down. Hit a little what looks like a double bottom around this $4 and something. But we'll have to see. I mean, I don't want to say it's too late, but that thing, what is it? It gapped up 481 up to the 613s. Does it have any news behind it? Oil stocks higher, so it's moving on sentiment. Okay. Direct offering on Poly. Yeah. I forgot what. Oh, Friday I had work. That's why I wasn't watching the anytime that I have something else to do, I just go do it. So I didn't really see what all was happening on Poly. But I do know looking at this 15 minute, it looks like it was choppy on Friday. But yeah, looking like INDO is gonna be one of the top movers on today. And with it being that this is our low here, 485s, I'm expecting it. I believe that it can hold up $5. It struggled under that level for a while. $5 down there. Let's see if we can find anything else that stands out. Any other levels that stand out with the past charting. So if we look down here on the daily chart, we got a level up here at 13, level up here at 985, 765. Let me delete that. That wasn't exactly right. 1273, 930-ish, 696, and 670. And so if we look at where it's sitting right now at 613, it hit a high of 675. So it hit a high of this level right here, 690s. And it's only got 1 million shares traded on the day. So we'll see if it can compete on the day. Looking at the lower time frames, INDO, the gap bottom here is the 594s. We'll see if it wants to test that 590 level with a further dip. Looking on the hour chart, big green candle into indecision and coming down and looking like it wants to test that level. So we will see. So it's got 550. I guess a good point to watch is support at 550 and support at this $5 level if it's going to do any kind of dumping. But if it goes back down to $5, it may lose too much on today. Good morning, Scarface. What's up with it? We've been out here getting active in the market. Had a good what was last month? February, March, whatever it was. Yeah, March. Had a good March coming through there. Everybody was complaining about the chop, but I mean the chop was okay with me. Playing those ranges, taking profit, and getting on down. But yeah, Poly is the only death trap that we saw from Friday. Anybody that held over the weekend and waking up this morning, they're gonna be hurt. I don't know how hurt. It depends on how much they bought up here at the highs, looking for it to try to pop up. But it had no reasoning on Friday, so it was one of those death traps. Then we had IPO FSFWL. Oil almost back up to 80 bucks. That's why oil gapped up, and now all of these oil sentiment stocks are following this gap up. So I'm looking for oil to give a little bit of a pullback this morning and watching stocks like INDO to follow the sentiment after the pullback. That's what I'm looking for. But let's look out here on oil, the levels that it could gap fill. So it gapped up from the 75.69 right there, and has a bottom here of what, 78.99. So it's a nice little area here for it to come down and test. It's already tested the top side here of the 81.08. Then it has another high up here at the 82s. So just watching, looking for that pullback for those oil stocks to follow it on the pullback, and then a resurgence of buyers. If my thesis is wrong, oh well, that's why we manage risk. That's why I'm watching INDO. It has been a ripper before, and it's one of those low floats. Let me go and look at the float again on this one. Float 4.34 million. All right. And then Oxy, if you're into the even higher floats, Oxy is another one that was moving with all the oil. I believe Hussa was one as well. It's up 17%, lower volume though. What else? Nine Energy always moves with these as well. Yep, up 12%. What was another one? Hussa 9. Was BP one? I think BP, but it's a higher float. But yeah, it's up 4% there. But yeah, these are some of those lower movers that I just remember off the top of my head that were previous oil movers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mufasa, GH. But yeah, we got an interesting day. Still Tesla is the one, the top volume mover. So we'll see if people really focus in on these oil stocks today. Oh, wrong thing. Edit. Okay, there we go. But I'm looking at INDO for a retest of either the 550, possibly the $5, but we'll see how fast it moves today. If it's just grinding down, I don't know. I need to see it moving a little bit fast because it is a low float. Should definitely be covering some ground. It's above $2, so we know we can get, those nice little ranges in here if it gets some volume behind it. Top volume candle right now in the 15 minutes was only 427,000. So that's not a lot of volume. Definitely. Only had one candle that had 1 million shares and it was red. So we'll see about that one. But it will definitely be one to watch throughout the week as oil continues to struggle its way up. So top low floats and anyway, are you guys do you have a watch list for today or are you trading what's up right now? Or are you playing some of these that aren't receiving as much love right now? Could receive some love later on. But we're looking. We're hunting for a little bit of cash. And think about this. This is what I look at when I'm looking at a trade or whatever. I want to see this thing dip down, and what I'm doing is I'm using VWAP as my take half profit, right? So let's say from 613 right here, and this isn't a trade that I would take. I want to see these levels down here get tested. But from the 613, if it were to pop back up here, that is a 30-cent pop off that 612 area that it's at right now, back up here to test VWAP. So if I was gonna trade this, I probably, especially knowing that this is the open, and it could get very crazy real quick. It may give a pop up there, but I'll play it small first of all if it's an opening trade, because I mean all kinds of things happen on Monday morning, broker issues and all of that. So it's very risky, but I want to see that this return to VWAP is worth it. Is it 10, 20, 30 cents? I'm not really looking. I don't care if it goes rips through VWAP and rips 682 and all of that. By that time, I'm looking to have half sold here and then be holding half for the next run up if it's going to do it. And then just be holding a previous support level. But this support level here, right here at $6, 590s, hasn't really been tested. So I'm not confident in that. I want to see it get tested and then bought up. But with this one being a low flow, I think it can get a little bit more momentum and maybe even test this 550 before it tries to get bought up. Now, if it goes down to $5, that's a no go. It's going back down to where it started. But this is like the line in the sand. Let me change this color real quick. Line in the sand. Let's just change it to a blue, dead, code blue. Back under $5 is dead, dead, dead. Well, dead for a day trade doesn't mean it's absolutely dead. It may pop back up, but you know, hustle Moved from the 260s up here to the $3, so a 40-cent ripper. But again, if it's doing a sentimental play, it may be a little grindy. Donnell says, no list yet, lame scans. Tesla getting over the 201. Oh my gosh. Tell me I didn't. I thought I put that in. Oh, okay, I did put that in there. Okay, I was about to say I am crazy. This may be the beginning of the transition from the banks to the oil. And let's pop over here to the watch list real quick. We got nine something minutes, 10 minutes. So some of the past ones that I've watched, CDIO, UNCY. Of course, we got the crypto stocks coming on down. GBIO, what was that one? That was Moderna Investments, still going down. Going down, looking like it wants to do a gap fill here. What is this? $4.16, $4. So going on down there. Let's see, Bank of America. This is another one that I've been watching. Schwab continues to just hold this level, but I'm thinking it's got another leg down. I hope it does. FRC, fear. Square back up to the 200 moving average. Came, I don't even know if it'll be able to do a gap fill here, but definitely holding this 200 SMA. PayPal was another banking stock that I was watching as well, but I'm looking for that next leg down on these banking stocks. EBS was one that crashed out on what was that, Thursday or Wednesday, one of those days, crashed out and then popped back up to the highs and now is sitting. Not a lot of volume there, only 17,000 shares traded. Amps was one that Rudy was calling out the other day. We looked at that daily chart where it was just holding above this level of the $5. SCYX. Where is that? 297. So right under where it went up on the last week. Had a drop down here to 241. Popped all the way back up to 311. And we'll see what happens today. Very low volume though. Okay. We got a lot to look at. We got a lot to see with the action here. But yeah, I'm gonna give them some time. INDO is my favorite right now. If I see a setup, it may look good. We could just hold, start to find some buying pressure at the 552s. Above this $5, I'm interested. But it's definitely got to come down and break one of these levels, 592 or 550, before I'm looking to buy. If we look at the hour chart, we can see it's just holding a nice little red right at the $6. It's been getting bought up off the $6 there for the last 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. Support here, you can see it kind of clear right there, 614-ish level. Somebody's been accumulating, but this is Monday morning, so I do expect to see some kind of dump here through these levels. Good morning, Drifter. So right now, this is what the top volume mover scan looks like. Number 1, Tesla. 2, INDO, AI, Poly, SOUNCCL. And some of these are negative on the day. Tesla's down. INDO's up 28%. AI, Poly down 30%. SOUN down. CCL down. INO down. And then we had this IPO that I really didn't see. It must have popped sometimes Friday. SFWL. Then we have VNet and Oxy. And of course, all of the oil stocks are moving because of the gap up on oil here today. Gap up from 75 up to the 70 or up to the 80s. And now I'm expecting some kind of pullback and then a resurgence to stay away from that 75 since it's gapped within a range. I'm thinking it can find some momentum here on oil, but we'll see. I don't want it to go up because I don't want to pay more, but I mean, if I can make profit on a upward moves, it's an opportunity. Got 6 minutes till the open. I want to insert. INDO getting a little life above this, but I'm thinking it's gonna have to come down and test these levels here. It's holding up on the hour chart, but I want to give it a little bit of time to break down. Looking at the 4-hour chart, the bottom of this 4 hour is 594. Can it flip going red? And then looks like the previous top down here is right under the fives. Just like we've been looking at. So where does this thing want to stop? And remember, like what I was saying at first during the when I first looked at this, I was like, okay, is this move worth it to you? Is this risk reward worth it to you? When you find a level of support, can't what's the return to that volume weighted average price? What how far is it until it gets there? And when we were looking at it earlier, it was like right here at the 610, 620, somewhere up in there. And it's going up to try to test that really quick. But, you know, I would definitely, with this being an opening play, I would definitely be ready to take some profit, especially with how this 4 hour is set up. Already finding a lot of resistance up to the 679s. Um, but we'll see. We will see. 3 minutes left. INDO looking spicy. More and more volume pouring in. We'll see if it can pass Tesla on the volume. It's already passed Tesla, definitely on the gap up 31% with 2 million shares traded. It's got 4.34 million shares in the float. So getting to one circulation of its float, getting up there to VWAP before this open. Looks like high was 634. VWAP is at the 630 640s right now, so 10 cents away. And we'll see what's the recalculation of intraday VWAP, because it always changes. Pre-market and intraday are totally different volume amounts. There's the pushback, a little bit of pushback there under VWAP. Will it break down to 615s? That previous indecision level on the 15-minute was right around 612, 615-ish. Got about 30 seconds left. Let's let this thing play. Show us what it's got. And I'm also going to be watching oil on the side over here. Watching for oil to dip and retest these levels so I can play INDO here. Or any oil stock, really. They're all moving on sentiment. All right, here comes market open. Let's see you break down, buddy. INDO has 2 test points down here, the 605, and then below the 6s into the 590s. Let's see what it wants to do. Recalculating VWAP right there. VWAP is now at 620. So can it get that 620 breakdown here? There's a 620 test, pushing through it quite easily. Let's see if they can hold 620. High there on this hour candle was 635, so it did get almost to where pre-market VWAP was at the 640, but could not hold it there. And this is what I was talking about. So this is reaching that first gap fill point. I think it can break this with this kind of momentum. Go ahead and get down through this 595 level. I'm watching oil on the side. Oil is sitting right at the $80. That was the first level of support, but I don't like that level of support because it hasn't been strongly retested through the pre-market. So this is his first intraday test there. So not too interested in that entry. It did give a nice pop from the 593s back up here above 6, but yeah, not what I'm looking for. I need a little bit more conviction and confirmation. Oil breaking over the 80s. Looking for this thing to slip just a little bit. Oil trying to go green on the day. Broke over the 80-10, 80-11, so we may see a little bit of a sentimental pullback up on INDO. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Oil over here. And now it's flipping back red on oil. Okay. Just watching. Okay, so it's trying to get back over that 620 level that it was struggling, that it slipped through the first time. IMPP is also a very cheap oil stock, very cheap energy stock. IMPP popping up on the scans. If you're interested in anything lower priced, this one gapped from the 19. And again, you just watch oil, watch what oil's doing, and watch the plays. Up 22% on IMPP. 11 million shares traded on IMPP. Looking for this thing to fail. Come on and go towards that 550, baby. Oil cannot decide what it wants to do at the $80. It just keeps on hitting 80, 80.09, 80, right around $80, but not breaking either way, not being decisive. First candle, big red. This is the first candle close to a million. Big red on the day. So they're definitely gonna have to do some work to overcome this. This 15-minute candle will be closing in what, like 10 minutes. Still got a lot of battling to do. So at this point, this is when I start looking at the volume to see um, what the competition is looking like uh, from the actual trades going in and out. So if we're looking at the volume, Tesla has 14 million shares traded. IMPP has 12 million. AI has 4 million, and then INDO has 3 million. So this is how I look at it. Is anything doubling the stock that I like for a day trade? Like if I like INDO, is anything doubling its volume? Yes. Tesla is doubling its volume. Is anything tripling its volume? Yes, it's tripling. And here are my the rule set that I'm looking at for a day trade. I want to see it be one of those top competitors, not getting doubled or tripled. This is one of the pre-trade variables. What is the competition? What's the environment on the day that's going on? You know, is it something that's going to go ahead and move, or is it something that we kind of need to wait and let play out? So at this point, with the volume that is put up on the board, I will wait and let it play out for my type of strategy that I'm looking for, because I'm buying lows and I'm looking for it to return to the highs. So right now it's continuing to come up, pop that 620, and just show a little bit of weakness. I think I would have to watch some of these tech stocks that seem to not want to fall for some drying up of volume. I need some odds over here to push this thing like I want it to be pushed. But as of now, just following the rules. Following, I didn't even, let me see. Analyst, is it a low float? How many shares outstanding? Is it the top volume mover? It's a top volume mover. Does it have a catalyst? It has very strong sentiment on oil popping up now. Okay, so it may start receiving some more volume. Let me go over here to street, or yeah, y'all are seeing oil pop up. 80.33 jumped up 30 cents there. So let's see if INDO follows suit. Can it get some more volume? Will it actually sympathize or be a true sentiment stock and follow oil up? Oil just popped almost to the 850, 80.50s. Can we see that same sentiment over here? Or is there too much volume above it? Because this one, I can say last time I traded INDO, it wasn't exactly with oil for a couple of days, and then it got in sync with oil, and then it got out of sync with oil. So the movements on oil, they were not consistent over the days that I was watching the trade. So we'll see if it's that same type of movement here on INDO now, where it doesn't really sync up with oil, but it just kind of does its own thing. Oil just lost 30 cents back to the 80s. And now we're above the 620. So our short's going to get active here and take this thing down. Now, if they see oil coming down back to the 80s, can we get the 80 breakdown is the question. Right back into indecision. This high here was 684. for some resistance. VWAP still at the 615s. Here come the shorts. Here come the shorts. Back below the 620s again. Okay, oil getting a little bit more of a pop-up again. So yeah, this is going to be a chopper because it's moving on sentiment. It's a hard one to trade. I would say just buy low, sell high. Um, Figure out what a low is. We got our levels out here, but I'm not in love with either one of these levels, $6 or whatever, because this thing can definitely dump quite a bit. 552 is the start of my interest. I'd be like, oh, okay, let's see what that's talking about. But if it never comes down, oh well. Just be one that I miss out on. There's a pop there, 650s. Wow, throwing big wick up there. 660 to 670s. Lower high there at the 670s. Will this thing get shattered? Or will it actually hold these levels? Look at the high here of resistance. So this level is the level 675 is the level that's holding it. I like it. It's just got a dip, you know. VWAP at 615. Let's see how fast it can get back to those 615 levels. Oil did pop up here to the 80 30s again. But very choppy stock, throwing heavy or long wicks in either direction. So it's gonna have to show us how it's gonna close. This 15-minute candle closes in 5 minutes. It continues to push up while oil is not doing anything. Okay. Very hard stock to trade. And when we look, now we look at the volume again. Tesla 19 million, INDO 5 million. So where's that competition? Where are those eyes flowing over here to INDO? Even though INDO has 35% gap up, why aren't more eyes over here on this one? Right? So I'm looking and analyzing the environment as well before I try to jump into a death trap. Now remember last week, they set the premise of things dropping very hard, and we saw that last week. I mean, really hard drops. INDO though is one thing that can recover from a drop like that. So if it drops, I mean, it can definitely go down being a low float, but it can definitely recover. So I'm more interested on their recovery from a drop than and then playing this choppy range here. Let's look at the other oil stocks as well. NINE, that's Energy Oil. HUSA, Energy Oil. Lower floats though. I mean, not lower floats, lower volume on the day though. Oxy, right up towards the top here, 66.41. Oxy is looking like it's going to cross over INDO here soon. But oil is pushing slowly but surely. So looking over here on the scans, we got INDO number one in the things under 100 shares outstanding. It's above VWAP. We got Tesla going under VWAP, AI. Okay, so yeah, a lot of things still red, and then IMPP continues to push as well as that cheap, and even IMPP's got 7 million shares traded on it. So you know, or not 7, 17 million shares traded on it. INDO playing around again under these highs. Slow push on this one. Can INDO go ahead and become that top mover without falling too hard? Struggling to get 1 and 2 cents, even though it's such a low float, and even at this price level, struggling to get 1 and 2 cents. So it's a lot of people in this that are like, man, this thing needs to hold, or I'm getting out. So they're setting their stops very close with these pops. We're seeing a lot of pop to a level, pop up, pop to a level, pop up. Somebody's scared, and this is why I am waiting, so I don't have to be in a scared situation. I like, as soon as I get in, I want to see green. Let all those scaredy cats get on out. Donnell said entry at the 625s on INDO, average 645. Nice. So you took that breakout there. Yeah, got a nice little pop there. Donnell says GFAI halted up. GFAI 24 something percent. Did it have any news on it or something? Let me see how much. Little bit lower volume there. Let me see. What's the news on GFAI? Um, okay, so it says I don't see any kind of news there on that one. It just says Guard Force AI shares halted on circuit breaker. 12 industrial stocks moving on Monday's pre-market. Why Eastside Drilling shares are trading lower. Okay. So yeah, not any kind of news there though, but it is definitely green. Where did that INDO go? INDO, are you ready to move downwards? And what is oil doing as well? Oil's steady going up. Oil's almost to 80.50 again. So I don't know why this one's starting to fall. Maybe because it's just losing in the overall volume battle. More people interested in shorting Tesla or something. I don't know. 23 million shares up there. So it is definitely doubling and tripling this stock still in volume. INDO giving it up, giving it up. And VWAP currently is at the 630s on INDO. GFAI, I don't think it can compete with any of these other ones right now. It may be one of those Freaky Friday movers. This Friday, SPY is going up. Looks like it wants to break over the highs of the 409s. It gave a little bit of a breakout there, doing what looks like a gap fill here as well. So had a little gap down, 409 down to the 409.25s. Now has completely filled that gap and broken out. Okay, interesting, interesting. AI down there to the 32s. Let's see what we can see. IMPP gave another little dip down. Previous level of 19 cents. And oil just kind of stagnant. No real momentum behind oil, no real push. Just an indecision candle sitting out there. So People very indecisive on what this oil plays or what these oil plays want to do. Will it create a lower high here? We got more oil stocks popping up. USEG. USEG. We got I see GFAI now. Cano. What is Cano? CANO. Okay. And let's go ahead and clean up some of this other stuff that we're probably not going to end up touching. Okay, so USEG, huge pop up. Well, I say huge. That's a 40-cent rip from the 210s there up to the 250s. That's another oil stock. So oil is definitely turning up. Let me add that to my watch. Insert a symbol. USEG. And then what is Cano? Cano 115 up 26 something percent. A lot of competition coming after INDO. INDO taking the 5th spot now on the scan. Behind Tesla, AI, CCL has completely caught up with it as well. Intel pushing up there, or is it Intel? Yeah. So we'll see. Will it continue to fall while everything else is providing a little bit more competition on the day? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened here? Hustle. Look at this big pullback. Why is Hustle falling like this while oil is still holding? Okay, so maybe let's see if that same thing happens on INDO, a nice little dip down like that. Let me see, are the other ones showing that same sentiment? 9 is still up. Hustle going on down. USEG still up. Oil holding around the 80 50s right now. So I don't know why Hustle's going down like that. Maybe because it's not providing the same range, maybe. I don't know. Hmm. Interesting. Hustle breaking over the 80 50s. We're seeing a lot of weak. Look at that. Look at that drop right there. INDO coming on down. I don't know. See, it's not following oil directly. When I saw Hustle do this move right here, I was like, okay, this is the first sign of things turning on oil. Even though oil is going up, and this is why I'm okay with missing the movements today. If I can catch an even better rip out of a dip tomorrow, that's what I'm interested in, catching the most of the move. Looking for this thing to come down and test these 550s. Support 550 and $5. Support. Yeah, reliable. We've been seeing oil all day, man. I got a whole list of oil. IMPP, INDO, Oxy, USEG, Hustle, and 9. Getting crazy out here. Donnell's been taking profit all over the place. So since he's got all the money in his pocket, there's no reason for me to get in. It's all gone right now. So I gotta wait for them to reload. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get some as well. Yeah, oil is breaking up. I don't understand why these oil stocks are coming down. Oil is up over the 50s, going up towards that 75 or that what is that, $80 level. Yeah, it's oil is looking strong. You just got to give these time to I guess consider the full environment. But since they're not showing that consideration, I'm okay with missing this one. Again, we check the top volume movers. 30 million shares on Tesla. IMPP given a greater, well, I wouldn't say greater opportunities, but definitely has more volume than any other oil stock on today. We have AI in the third position. INDO. It's just a big competition fight today. So let's see what Rudy says. Believe me or not, I had a stink bid on IMPP at 15 cents. Hits a low of 15.04. Oh wow, nice. They got you. Had size on the order too. That's how it is, man. Those pennies, man. They see your order sitting out there, I guess, and they be like, "Nah, I'm good. We good. We ain't going down there." Yeah, but if oil continues to look this bullish, there's no way these oil stocks don't recover. Look at Hustle going on down, trying to taste the grave. Nine hasn't shown that same sentiment yet, though. USEG showing a little downwards motion. INDO 623s. Now remember, 620 was the struggle point from earlier. That drop through 620 is probably going to get some momentum going downwards. So looking for that drop through the 620. 620 right here. And then the next level is right there. And I'll put another support here. So looking for that 620 to be the dive point. What's up, Lori? Good morning to everybody that's tuning in. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're here watching the market for a couple of more minutes, and then you already know I'm gonna get to work. If I don't see a setup that I like, and I don't see the sticker that I like getting volume, I'm just gonna chill, wait, give it a little bit of time, come back later on and see if it wants to resurge. But at this point, I do like INDO being the low float that it is, showing us what kind of range that it can provide during the intraday. This will move from 590 all the way up to the 669. So, you can at least get 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. Like, you can size in, get your 10 cents and get out. You know, I like the opportunity that is showing us. There's the 620. Is it going to dive from the 620? Is the question. Let's also look over here at these other ones. Okay, Hustle pulling back up. GFAI halted going up. USEG, Oxy, Kano going up as well. All right, so yeah. Why is INDO moving? Because of oil. Oil had a gap up. Look at this gap up. So yesterday or Friday, Friday, whatever day it closed at 75, gapped up $5 on oil up here to the 80s, which means oil prices are going back up. Then it came down, tested the 80 level again, bounced back up here to the 81s, and now it's sitting in an indecision candle. This is why the oil isn't making a decision. It's kind of like an indecisive candle. Nobody's actually winning. It's just going up and down and coming back into indecision. So I'm looking for a nice little push down on oil in a retracement or a retest of this $80 level for a break. And I'm going to be trading the stocks that are in sentiment with that, which is INDO. I'm not looking to trade IMPP because it's just not my type, not my price range. But it is an oil stock if you're interested in cheaper oil stocks. Oxy, US, USEG, HUSA, and NINE 9. Very interesting stocks on the day. So the first candle for INDO did close green, the first 15-minute candle. But if we look on the higher time frames, we can see a lot of pressure, a lot of selling pressure above the 650s. And let me see on the hour chart. Yeah, 650 is looking like a lot of pressure above that. So just watching and seeing it continues to bounce off that 620 though. VWAP right now is the 632s there. But yeah, I have to get off now. I want to continue to watch INDO, but I need to go and take care of some other things. But yeah, I'm definitely watching. You already know the levels that I'm watching. I got the 5. If it goes down here to 5, I don't know about it. I'm gonna have to just do a hard evaluation if it goes down that low. But 550s. First of all, I need to see it get down through the 6s, down through this 6 back to the 5s, and try to test this 550. On the other oil stocks, I'm really not too interested. They don't have the volume. They're not even on the top 10 or anything like that competing on a day. So I really just don't have the appetite for them. But INDO, I definitely have appetite for. Looking at the scans here, these three are low floats. INDO, USEG, GFAI, which has nothing to do with oil, I don't think. It's doing halts all over the place. But these right here are the competitors in this range, but they're not competing with the top mover, which is Tesla, 34 million shares traded, AI with 10 million, AMD, Intel, and INDO continues to fall down the list when it comes to the eyes, the people. I need to know where the stupid is. And right now, the stupid looks to be in Tesla, AI, AMD, Intel, Apple, all of that. So I want to give this time to play out and find some bottoms on INDO for a resurgence back to the top. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be later today, but I'm looking. But anyway, I have to get off of here. Got to get to my meeting. You guys, if you're going to continue trading, be careful, be safe. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.